this time. Hacking into the stock market, closing down a bank, fixing an election. It's all easy.
Right on.
What a bunch of trash.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Trash Movie Kings podcast. I am your host, Adam Edwards. Before we get started, just a reminder that we will be at Comicpalooza this year, at least one of those days, July 15th through the 17th at the George R. Brown Convention Center in Houston, Texas. We don't know exactly what day yet. We will let you know when we find out, so we'll keep you posted on that. But we look forward to seeing you there. So, like I said, I'm your host, Adam Edwards. Joining me this week, Apocalypse Howl.
Toot.
Toot.
All aboard. All aboard.
All aboard.
Are we supposed to say all aboard when you say that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't really understand that part.
I think so. We haven't rehearsed it yet.
Okay, next time by. We'll get it.
All right.
There's no script.
We're going to get him with a mouthful of nuts. Justin Petty, how are you?
I feel like about 35% of Christina Aguilera in 1999.
No, you don't. Don't put
Wow. What was her hit that year?
I don't know. She wasn't.
He doesn't know shit about Christina Aguilera. Just posing my thing.
I was trying to think of a way to
No
relate it to
forethought.
Fred Durst because didn't they date? They had a thing.
They were contemporaries.
If you would have gone with
Yeah.
Moody and the Blowfish, I'd have been like,
I mean, basically, I was trying to say that like
Are you trying to fuck Joey?
I was fucking Joey in 1999.
Trying to rub him the right way.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Wow.
Fred
Why don't
Durst
you
has
just
a
look that up,
song on
JD?
the album Significant Other
No, I
called
just-
1999, which is why I've chosen that year to
Wow.
reference, which is also the year it came out, which is also a
Those
Prince
days.
song.
Yes,
It's
it
just
is.
it's just a lot of things, so it's a significant year, similar to the Significant Other album. So I don't know
Yeah.
what you have with Christina Aguilera. Do you even know one album of hers? Probably not.
Yeah, Dirty.
Yeah.
Block.
I like
Dirty as
Genie
a
in
song.
Bottle. It's a good song. Got to rub me the right way.
Pretty
Joey
sure Dirty's the name
Graham.
of the album too.
I've clearly rubbed me the wrong way.
So, Joey,
Get
how are
over
you
it.
feeling today?
Yeah, I switched to the chocolate starfish and the hot dog flavored water percentage wise.
Mhm.
I think I said 20% last week. I feel exactly the same. I think I'm gonna say
Wow.
20% again.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm staying very
That's good.
even keeled right now.
Yeah, that's good. That's
Yeah,
good.
I think it's pretty good.
JD,
Fart.
how the hell are you?
Hey guys, I'm doing great. I feel like a 5% rendered Thanos, like just gleefully frolicking down the street.
Hmm.
I feel kind of fun. It was a real fun jaunt through a lot of different things tonight. So I'm feeling pretty festive.
Yeah, so JD kind of forced the segue there a little bit. We watched 2012's The Amazing Bulk, directed
Feels
by
so
Louis
selfish.
Schauenbrunn, which explains some of the music, I guess. Written by Keith Schaffner, starring Terrence Lording, Siobhan Castle, and some other folks. This is it's billed as a superhero parody film.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, so they acknowledge it.
sense.
Okay.
They
right.
acknowledge that it's parody.
So, yeah, I mean, it was 2012, so we're like kind of in the middle of Marvel's phase 1, if you will, I guess.
That was the biggest
Age
shocker
of-
to me.
'Cause that would've
2012
been-
is Avengers, the first one. The very
Yeah.
first one.
Is it the first Avengers? Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, so it's definitely cheesy as fuck. Who wants to take a stab at explaining it? Not much really plot-wise to describe.
Can I explain the plot out of order, like in how it happened chronologically?
This
Yeah, like how the
this
movie
whole
did it?
court's
In the
out-
movie.
What are you saying, Apocalypse?
Nice.
This whole court's out of order.
Well, court is in session and the verdict is in.
I like my juries hung.
Ah,
Okay, we were just getting to that joke. I was trying to make a Creed thing out of it, but okay.
Basically, there's a young scientist who kind of looks like Jeff Daniels, and he is frustrated because he spent 4 years working on this experiment. Come to find out, there's a big bad in town named Dr. Cantlove.
Contlove, please.
Well, it's pronounced Cantlove. Oh, sorry, Cantlove. They really try to do this accent, and it turns out not. It's unfortunate, but so he wanted this experiment to be erectile dysfunction, and so he started funding it. And then it turns out that the scientist just turned himself into the Incredible Hulk, but Barney edition. And then he ran through every clip art image that has ever been rendered, and they die.
Yep.
So yeah,
there's like a love plot in there where he's trying to.
Yeah.
He wants to get engaged to his girlfriend, who is the daughter of an army general that wants the serum to make super soldiers.
Right.
Yeah.
He was involved under false pretenses, thinking that his soon-to-be father-in-law was part of a military experiment, but he actually was a general going not AWOL, but just working alongside of a canceled contract with this private company, which was Contlove's company, and he was trying to create the super soldier to impress the army.
Right.
It seems like it's just basically
Ang Lee's
like
Hulk.
Ang Lee's Hulk, or
Yeah.
probably more broadly most Hulk backstories.
Here's my
funny.
theory.
Oh man, someone could write a total story about Hulk's back.
Oh yeah. His cute little butt, his little feet.
So you want to do an
Hulk's
entire
back.
film about Hulk, or in this case, the Amazing Bulk, building
Hulk
his
got back.
back muscles
Yeah.
to an extreme level, I assume.
It's just called Hulk's back.
Hulk's
Hulk's
backstory
baby.
is
Hulk's
just
back.
got his back, like a shot of his back muscles on it, and it's just his backstory. Wow.
That would be fun.
I mean, I would pick up that comic, to be honest with you, if I
Yeah.
saw it on the shelf. I'd be like, well, I got to buy this.
It's just his like glowing green eye peering through his bicep.
Yes, that would be awesome.
I like that. JP, you
Almost.
said you had a theory? What's your theory?
My theory on the production of this.
Good, because I was going to say, like, we
haven't really
we've described the
described-
story, but it's important to explain what this
The
thing
director's
looks like.
vision
And,
here.
yeah.
Yeah,
This
I'm
is what
sorry.
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I think an acting coach filmed his students for their class scenes that were actually just all from a movie that he was secretly writing and using them to film without their knowledge.
Well,
And he
you
put
just
it all
said,
together
Adam,
later.
You just said that there was this was kind of surprised me that there was a different writer than director.
Yeah.
That
Or at
shocked.
least
That
according
actually
to
shocked me when
IMDb.
you said
Yeah.
that.
Was
'Cause I
Can't
was
Love
like-
one of these guys? I assume.
Yeah, I was gonna ask: is the writer
Mm-mm.
or director in the film at any point, or at least credited?
So the
as
director is
such?
Louis Schoenbraun, which I don't see
Sounds fake.
listed
Sounds made up. Yeah, all of them.
on the cast anywhere. Mm-mm. And then there are two writers. You have Keith Schaffner, who was story and screenplay, and then Jeremiah Campbell, who was just story.
He was a
And
bullfrog.
it does not. He was a good friend of mine, but he did not. Neither of them acted in this film.
So, Justin, I love that. I think that would be amazing if it was the case. And if I do not feel like it was the case.
It is the
But I
case.
feel like it needs to be the case.
I wish it was, but I don't think it is. I think,
Or
the
was it
person
a
who wrote
graphic
this is-
design teacher that made his students write a series of random things and then he put it all into one movie without script?
I mean, they clearly pulled all of this CGI stuff off of YouTube.
Yeah, none of this is particularly.
It's like downloaded it in P.
This isn't like an art school kid.
But they filmed them okay, they're walking down the alleyway.
Which one?
Any of them. Or they're in the laboratory.
Do you mean when they're
And
walking down the alleyway?
It's or the wine cellar. It doesn't matter. All I'm saying is
there's a lot of video.
They
game walking.
shot people. I don't know. I mean, maybe it looked bad as far as like them actually walking. It didn't look real, but at the same time, they still walked the same direction or the correct direction. And they were at least placed semi-correctly for a long enough duration of the shot for them to film it at the exact same angle or close to, and put it together. It had to be a film person. It couldn't have been a graphic design person. That's
true.
Objection, Your Honor.
Brain would have literally just flipped the shot.
Objection, Your Honor.
Yeah, he just sounded very defensive right now. Look, they were walking the same direction. Like, I don't know what the problem is. The weird thing about this movie, the weird thing about this movie is like it opens in like this noir, like seedy
Sin City,
like overcast, and like it looks
Sin City 6,
with color.
I think Justin said that.
Yeah.
That whole opening scene is literally like
we've added color
when
now.
Alexis Bledel gets like captured, like they use her as bait.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's almost like beat for beat that scene.
Yeah, it's
feature me,
and it's like they use the reason I thought this was when you said 2012, my brain nearly exploded because it looks like it was made like in 2001 or something, along with like when GTA 3 became like a first person game and everybody's like, oh, this is crazy. Like it was exactly that kind of animation.
I object.
And then
I will.
I would say this is about the level of like creative cow tutorials of 2009 through 11. I will say.
So I think they filmed it all off of Wii.
I think they mostly put these together with like whatever version, After Effects 6.0 or whatever.
So this is where it's going to get a little inside baseball. I just pulled up the production tab on the Wikipedia page.
Oh yes.
But it says the director was researching stock computer-generated imagery for the production of a low-budget horror mockbuster of Spider-Man, starring a female protagonist. When discussing with the producer the idea of making a comic book film featuring large amounts of green screen, he instead decided to create a parody of the Hulk. He never intended to make a bad film, but retroactively considered it a parody.
That's what I fucking thought.
Right. But here's where it gets... This is where I think, Joey, this is what you're getting at.
Joey.
So this is really interesting, at least to me. So script writing took 4 months. Finding all of the CG elements along with creating storyboards was 6 months.
I thought you were going to say like an afternoon.
Yeah. Wow, this is really breaking it down.
All of the film's settings and transitions, as well as much of its imagery, are stock graphics and backgrounds taken from numerous websites, including eBay, Digital Juice, and Turbo Squid. So,
course,
wow.
Basically, the ones
he
that
went as
all
far
used
as
in our-
Turbo Squid. That's impressive.
So they basically downloaded the preview images.
Yes,
those aren't even the high res. Like they stole the stock versions of them.
Yeah, there's various levels of res.
To break it down even further, the film was financed by the director himself. Shooting cost $6,000. Took place over a period of 5 days. It was shot on a green screen in California. Audio mixing cost $3,000. Color correction cost $1,000, and another $4,000 went towards CGI software and the film's composer.
That's amazing.
And then it also obviously references that the director was a fan of Kubrick, which is why. But it makes sense.
10-minute, there's a 10-minute 2001 scene.
That's why all of his scenes dragged on too fucking long.
And then Dr. Kontlove is just like Dr. Strangelove, and Lolita was his wife mistress.
I didn't even pick up on that.
But this guy was so dumb that he never. I apologize to this guy because I also think he's brilliant. But it's like, did he not understand the subtext of those things?
No, he just throws them all in together and then tries to make funny jokes.
Yeah.
Subtext is to get blowjobs.
Right.
Yeah, there's a lot of dick jokes and like weird
Without showing
innuendo.
dick. What a rip.
Yeah,
there's
no
nudity in
swinging
this
dick
movie.
on that guy.
What was the
Should've
like
been.
while I'm young, but
Purple
while
dog.
I'm still old?
Oh yeah.
I'm coming. Oh, for Christ's sake!
You gotta see more of the dad.
With a fat check.
Which
Publisher
decade are you in,
Clearinghouse?
dude?
Never
2012.
happened.
Oh man,
no, I came on my stomach.
I hulked all over myself.
He said, "Hold on, I'm coming."
I gacked all over the place.
It's the police. Now, will you open while I'm still old? What's wrong? Open
The lines on this, the way that this is written, I know someone thought this was like very funny.
Come get the door while I'm still old.
Like,
Dr. Cantlove
okay.
was great. He was like,
Yeah.
oh no, that was the sorry.
But
that
I like
was
the idea of a Spider-Man with a female protagonist.
Anyway, God, yeah, to try to go through this whole movie would probably take a long time, which is why we're being a little more sporadic than normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
It's
sorry.
really
my,
Take
my
longer
whole-
than the runtime of the movie. Honestly.
Yeah, it would like just to try to get through it. Real, I want to try to do it fast because I barely remember. It was like the opening scene is like one of those scenes where you flash forward and see a bit from what you're gonna see soon, and then we flash backwards. But like, yeah, you see a girl get shot, her head is blown off graphically, or, literally graphically.
Hey, don't talk bad about Daniel Stern.
No, I love Daniel Stern.
Oh, Thanos is here. We're getting a lot of Breen gunshots today.
Oh my god, that angle was
Well, may I say?
Oh, he puts a gun
speaking-
in a thief puts a gun in her mouth, blows it off, and then the bulk comes and saves the day.
Yeah.
And then it flashbacks.
He doesn't save the day.
He doesn't save the day. He
No.
just
Oh yeah, he
kills
doesn't
the
save the day at all.
The bulk of her head was already on the wall.
bulk of her- well, there's a bulk there. Well, he kills the murderer guy, I guess, and then it's
Jason
flashback,
Sudeikis.
and then you're introduced to this guy. It's basically Eric Bana in the Hulk movie, and he. But in this case, he's like obsessed with the girl as opposed to his work. And he seems kind of lackadaisical about his work because it's like him and this other stoner guy in this little like little lab like playing with these CG rats. And
They're not CG rats. They're just cartoons. They're like
whatever. They're 3D.
Right.
They're 3D animations. That's the same
CG
thing.
in
They're just bad.
1990.
They're just
Yeah.
bad.
Oh, for
They're badly rendered. They don't have any real.
yeah. Everybody has like
atmosphere or
Scorpion
anything.
King syndrome.
The whole
in this
thing is shot on green screen except for one shot of a woman on pillows. But regardless, he's trying to marry her, and then he's having some trouble getting the rats to do the thing because he has the military contract to make the super beings, just kind of like the regular Hulk kind of story. What then? They go. He's like on a date with her, and then he gets on he's riding a subway inexplicably to go somewhere, I guess, and he's gonna ask her to marry him.
They were riding the subway to their car.
Yeah,
Right.
They got
Okay,
from a
that
roller
must have
coaster
been
to
the
the
thing,
subway
to the
to
fair.
the car.
Yeah, it seems strange to get on a subway to go to your car, which
Which is like a
Remember, they
Lamborghini or
also-
something.
They went to the fair hours after all of the major landmarks. All of the major landmarks across the world, including the Great Wall of China, the Sphinx in Egypt,
yes.
Stonehenge, everything just got exploded.
Teotihuacan.
I can't believe they kept the
Afterward-
fair open.
Taj Mahal.
that was the whole
Yeah.
thing. So
But
after
They should have shut
rode
down the
roller
fair,
coasters.
honestly.
Yeah, this is a different kind of. This is a
Ah.
big blowjob, big ass blowjob, and they send out probably seems like 30 missiles to various places.
30
and they
bottle
play,
rockets.
Yeah, 30 bottle rockets that sound like bottle rockets.
Oh, that was very annoying.
Yeah, she does love it. She gets all hot. Oh,
I guess it's fine.
Oh,
Shooting bottle rockets at China.
yeah. It doesn't matter what time it is. Oh, the capital.
What is it?
Sydney Opera House. This guy's fucking.
Oh, please. Aw, I thought I was going to replace it with his face.
I mean, he basically Skynets the globe. Like, he kills everything.
It just keeps going and going and going.
I mean, like, pretty much the only person that could take him down is Neil Breen.
Yeah.
And Neil Breen isn't even aware of his operation, so it wasn't plausible.
Yeah,
Right.
Neil Breen should be the hero of this film, honestly.
Well, he
But
was in
then-
a different dimension at the time.
Yeah, it's kind of like when one of the
clearly.
Avengers is not in one of the movies. It's just not. Yeah. Breen was just off on another assignment.
Anyway, like we said, it cuts to, and they're just at, like, literally the blast bomb goes off in St. Louis on the arch. And we're like, oh, that's devastating for the country, I'm sure. And then cut to, they're just at a carnival enjoying a carousel or some and some rides and things. And then they go home and then they go home on the subway back to their car, which seems like they could have just taken their car, but I guess maybe they're in New York. Regardless,
everything's
they
blown up. You can't
they
just
get
take your car.
mugged. They get mugged by the guy who we saw at the beginning, and he takes her ring. And that's it, right? He runs away, and then
No, he takes the ring. Wait.
Yeah. He doesn't bulk out or anything in this, right? He just
right, because
the guy
he
runs
hasn't
away.
invented the serum.
He tries to fight him because whatever.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he makes up an excuse because he didn't want to let her know that he's gonna try to ask her to marry him.
Right.
And then, God, there's a lot of drivel in between this and then getting to like this. Did he already ask the dad at that point?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He-
it's 'cause he went to the
He
cellar.
had to have.
yeah.
Yeah, the
Oh,
dad
God.
like, freaks out.
Yeah, the
Dad's
dad
like, "You'll never
who
marry my
takes him
daughter."
down to before this happens. We're doing this all. I'm sorry, we're all out of fucking order. This movie's crazy.
This whole court is out of order.
Yeah, we haven't even talked about General Daddy yet.
Yeah,
No,
General Daddy. General Daddy, upon being asked if he can, if this dude can marry his daughter, takes him down to the wine cellar where he holds a bottle of Yellowtail.
Those like CD-ROM games where you click the right side of the screen and you just walk off
Yeah.
the side.
It's totally an FMV game.
Oh my god, they're walking this
We're
way.
walking.
They're doing it
We're
again. We've stopped.
He's got a army dad.
I hope they start again and it's still the same
Wait,
shot.
he went down to his wine cellar to get a bottle of Yellowtail.
It's already been opened.
No, this is like his underground wine warehouse. This place is fucking huge.
And walks in the digital walking realm like a video game because everything is 3D. Walking through this cellar, and then he just kind of suddenly gets very, very mad that this guy would even think.
Yeah, they
To
were
marry
like
his
having
daughter.
a real cool conversation before that.
Yeah, he seems
It's like
really
a you
cool
can't
with
handle
him.
the truth moment.
Yeah, and then he just explodes, and there's something about the contract that the dad is a military guy, and then he might lose it or something if he does this, or some kind of
Well, what they
threat
say
like
at
that.
the beginning, the guy, the lab guy, the scientist, the main character, he's like, "Oh, I've been working on this for 4 years and I got nothing," and that just means you're a bad scientist.
Yeah,
So that's his. I think that's his whole thing, and then the twist. But I'll let you go ahead.
well, I don't know what's the fucking twist. You go.
Well, that was my concise. My concise version of the plot was like, because halfway or in the third act, I guess you call it, Army Dad basically tells him like that, your 4-year contract has just been actually 2 years, and then it was bought by Can't Love because he can't get a erection. Yeah. And then he goes, now we're just using it to make super soldiers now that you've turned into this giant purple dinosaur.
I guess at some point he gets pressured by the dad because he's going to lose his contract or whatever. So he goes back to the lab and he like injects himself with.
He has
the
to
stuff.
kill Love.
No, that's later.
Well, yeah, I'm talking about.
We haven't gotten to him turning himself.
We haven't
into
even
the
gotten
blob
him.
yet.
Yeah, but I don't even know when this happens because everything seems so strange. He goes back to the lab and experiments and puts it in some plants, and the plants look nice after he puts the purple goop in there, and then He doesn't bother testing it on a rat, does he? He just goes right to human testing.
I think he ran out. There were only 236 of them, and that was the last one.
He was like, well, there's no more rats in the world, so
yeah,
I need to skip right to myself.
What a weird number for you to specifically talk about. 237.
234.
It really was a
235,
Kubrick reference.
236.
There were two.
Oh
accidentally
God!
made a
Another
Kubrick
fucking
reference.
Kubrick reference.
Jesus.
This guy loves Kubrick.
And also
Wait,
the
did
lady.
he actually say 236 in the movie?
Yes, that's
pretty sure.
that too.
Do we have that clip?
Brutal.
Gross.
Oh, no. I'm sorry, Billy.
Another rat turned into one big bone.
236. Oh. Hey.
Jesus.
Come on, it's not even noon and already you're in a bad mood.
Hey,
Sam.
chin up, Buttercup.
Come on. It's not even noon, and it's not even 300 rats that have died yet. Don't worry about it.
237.
Oh my God. This dude
237.
fucking loves Kubrick.
Yeah, I think that's why the girl was such a good actress, because he probably just berated her,
Probably abused her
just,
on set. For 3 days before they started.
We were commenting that one woman does look familiar in this movie, the girlfriend character, and she's not doing a terrible job. It's not good, but it's, the material's kind of tough to work with, but she's, compared to everybody else, is a little above the rest. But yeah, apparently he abused her. That's what I heard.
That's how he got such a good performance out of her.
Yeah, must be.
I forgot to mention the dad is obsessed with dust bunnies when you meet him, and he wants to
right
shove
up his
dust bunnies up his ass.
Yeah. Well, they're in this giant CGI palace, and there's so many
he
rooms.
lives in a castle. Yeah,
he lives in
the Princess Peach castle, basically.
Yeah. And then it cuts to him in his army hat and his $2 polo shirt, and he's like, "I'm just looking for dust bunnies, and I found them."
Is this the guy from Tremors that has all the guns?
It's like Creed Bratton mixed with Bill Murray.
Of dust bunnies plotting to take over. Beautiful flowers.
Oh, he was dusting. I thought he just pricked his finger.
Now I'm going to put this finger in my ass and grow the dust bunnies in there. I have my own army of dust bunnies. An ass full of dust bunnies.
This is really weird, Ross Perot voice that he's got going on.
To bring it back, we get.
Are we still?
We lost Adam. That's how long we've been talking about.
Yeah, we
lost the host.
So I'm trying to get
podcast.
to the fucking where the movie really starts, which is 30 minutes in. They go to the guy blows up the things. He goes to the fucking carnival with the chick. He gets the ring stolen from the guy on the subway. He drives her home. They get in an argument. He goes to the lab and injects himself. He wanders around outside for a while. And then he sees the guy who stole the ring from him, and that guy kills another woman, which we already saw at the beginning. We already described. And then he kills that guy.
Aftermath.
No, he kills that guy, and then a few minutes later, some other shit happens, maybe. But then, the cops who have been sort of on the trail of all this stuff happening, are suddenly at that crime scene, and he's also there investigating randomly. And there's this big, fantastic shootout in the middle of the city that is honestly the highlight of the film, in my opinion.
Yeah, it is really good. They wrongly assume that it's a double homicide too, though, so that's really confusing.
But is it a double homicide?
I don't really know what a double homicide is.
Murderers.
Regardless of the bulk,
explain
runs
that more,
around. He must run into 20 different cars at least. Slowly plodding through them into the cars. They explode.
It's one street corner, and they run up and down it about 20 different times.
Yeah,
there's also a
the
helicopter.
root word of corner is corn.
They run. There's also some journalists in a helicopter with a GL2. Trying to capture the
some for some reason sitting in race car seats.
There's also a camera on the outside of the helicopter, and the guy's inside the helicopter shooting the floor. And he's like, "We got to get this footage. This is gonna bring it on to bigger and
it's
better."
Just a picture of his feet.
Things he didn't even get the line right. It's pretty.
This is basically a Nightcrawler.
But when the helicopter, this is what I don't get. The helicopter flies low, and they get a really low rendering of that. and then the bolt just grabs it like this.
Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
Amazingly charming.
Yeah, David Harbour as Nightcrawler.
Except he's doing like a John Candy voice.
Oh,
he's a guy.
Wait,
now.
wait, no.
Oh, that's very
wow.
Wait, that's the cop guy.
Yeah, it definitely is.
They purpled him.
Hand
But how is he that
through
big?
his stomach.
Oh, he's sad now.
Nice aliasing on the fucking edge.
It's like it fits in his hands, but then he's just as
Guess
tall as
he's
the detective
bigger.
lady.
Yeah, he's changing sizes a lot, not unlike Ang Lee's Hulk.
He's always
And
a
the detective
strong
also.
baby.
Yeah. The
Although
detective
that
also
scene
looks
in
kind of
Ang
like
Lee's Hulk where all those giant mutant dogs come at him and he's like fighting them
The
off,
mutant
that
poodles.
is such a good scene.
Adam's favorite scene.
I mean,
Yeah, man. Love poodles. Can't get enough.
Adam, are you wearing a Pepsi shirt?
I am wearing a Pepsi
Oh, hell
shirt.
yeah.
I love this shit.
Hey, we are brought to you by Pepsi.
Yeah.
We wish.
Thanks.
We
Sponsored
really
by
do.
Pepsi, the new generation of Coca-Cola.
I actually got this today. I saw it and I was like, I have to have the Pepsi shirt for the show.
Nice.
So,
Speaking of bad
Oh, yeah.
transitions, remember how great the early transitions were and they just stopped doing them?
Oh, yeah,
the
they're in
like
the
ambulance
ambulance
door
at the
shutting,
beginning, and it shows
the microscope,
randomly.
like
It's those two
holes.
cops, right? And then at the end of that big the big perfect second to a later scene, Tuttle, the woman cop, gets murdered. Yes,
Lisa Tuttle.
right? Lisa Tuttle,
Lisa
which I guess is a
Turtle,
reference to
It's a Tuttle.
Saved by the Bell.
What the fuck is this one? Oh no.
Wait, now he's running two things?
Whoa, wait, hold on. What did they just... Yeah, where is he? What is
He doesn't. Oh no, Tuttle!
He got killed by a
I
smart
don't
car.
ever want to die by a Prius.
I don't know.
I like Lisa
guess.
Tuttles.
I like Tuttles.
I like
Sure.
turtles.
Oh,
I like
Really
Poodles.
dated ourselves there, guys.
yeah, a little bit. Even YouTube dating yourself, it's so weird.
Ugh, yeah. Hey, for anybody out there listening, we
YouTube's
were
hating
there
itself?
for Napster.
True.
I was.
True.
Oh God! So what?
Yep.
What then? He kills that cop, and then he's kind of on the run.
He
He
gets
flattens her with a smart car, right?
he gets
Doesn't
taken
he?
in,
It's
doesn't
like
he?
a Prius lands on her. It's like
He gets arrested. That's what it is. He gets arrested. He goes to jail, and then Krang comes in and like beats the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
And
he's
then the
pissed.
army guy is suddenly his like future father-in-law is like, I'm an army general in this county jail, and then he takes him to the army facility where he does
or
tests on
torture
him.
or something.
But
Yeah.
what does he say outside of the jail cell with he has the syringe?
Yeah,
And
I don't
he
remember what he says.
I don't remember, man.
It was
Something
stupid.
Says a
corny.
lot of stuff.
It was the
He's-
dumbest line of the movie.
I guess he
hands down.
breaks free from that.
In fact, let's pull that up.
Oh, the dad's back.
Darwin, what are you
Do French prisons have bidets?
What's up, Doc?
Hang on, I'm an army general in this local jail.
Oh, okay, that's what happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I said,
That was
the
a
stupidest
bidet
line
in
of the
the jail
movie.
cell.
He's in jail, and then the army man comes and tells him like, "Oh, I need you for a special project." He brings him in and tortures him, and then he says, "Hey, we need to kill Dr. Kontlove, but we can't drop a bomb on him. So instead, we're just going because like he has radar or whatever. So instead, we're just going to send you in by yourself." And so they like fly him in a helicopter, and then he just jumps out of the helicopter.
He does. He does an Iron Man dismount. Like,
Okay, so they need him. But this, okay, to be clear, this is not him in his bulk form. This is him in his human form that he just drops out of a helicopter.
It's actually really uncomfortable to frown, and he does it for an entire movie.
At least this guy is like, he's like, if we were in a helicopter, I'd be talking loud. But he's like,
He's just got a weird face, I think. Oh, wow. Flips this way, like his whole body.
I remember
flipping
the
through
helicopter
air,
flying scene,
and
but I
then
don't
lands on
remember.
his legs, and then runs towards this castle.
No, he
with,
like pulls out a
Kontlove.
key map, and he's like, shit, I'm like 2 miles away. And
yeah, may I remind the audience, this is
off.
2012. He has
Also,
a map on paper.
For the audience who's wondering how old we are, don't let these youthful appearances fool you. We all know how to use a key map.
Yeah,
we do.
You probably don't even know what a key map is.
Yeah, Google it.
He is.
Oh
like
wait, we
running...
forgot to mention though. We forgot to mention that Army Dad blows him up.
Yeah.
In the lab or whatever, and then the girlfriend comes in, and she's crying, and he's like consoling her as this mushroom cloud.
That's
I
later.
need more chips.
That's later.
That's later.
Yeah,
we are at the front door of the castle still.
in-
He pulls out a picture of the dad to
Yes.
get himself hard.
To get angry.
Okay, it's time to get angry.
You wouldn't like me. I gotta come.
This is
Time to get horny.
All my
Maybe I should Maybe I should put 2 guys on base.
Okay, it's time
He hired a new guy because the other guy died. What?
Why does he keep that
Why
photo?
is he have a picture of him and not her?
To get himself angry.
They didn't have phones.
Because he wouldn't let him.
He's
He's responsible.
I better remember to bring my key map and then my picture of my father-in-law, so I get pissed off.
Can we put the green screen behind me? I need it to be a low angle so I can get
No, he's coming.
Oh my god, this is fucking Monty Python.
If they did the Monty Python bit, it'd make me so happy. Please do it.
It's fucking lumpy.
I can't fit under there.
Why make him naked but not give him cock?
Yes.
You can't
And
get
the
angry
guards-
just by thinking about it.
Yes.
He has an
man.
8x10 of the
Yes.
dad.
It's basically his Hulk porn.
And the
Yeah.
castle guards are just 2 dudes in black t-shirts and like Roman
Jeans.
centurion helmets
But with shields and a hat
shields
and a little sword, maybe.
and like a little axe or something.
Yeah.
And then
there's a
it's like
Monty
Peach's
Python
Castle
bit.
from Mario 64.
Not like Peach's Castle. It is
Peach's Castle.
Pretty
from
close.
Okay.
They really should have
Just-
had like "Can't Love" logos on their shirt.
Yeah.
And then
just
they
made it
couldn't
like
afford the
Monarch.
screen printing. They could not afford the screen printing, and you know
True.
it. So that he like gets all jacked up on fucking looking at Army Dad. He goes in and he is running through the corridors of the castle when Lolita, who is Kontlov's wife, is like blindfolded. And she's been trying to fuck Kontlov this entire movie, and he can't get it
He
up.
just keeps trying to satiate her with blowing up entire cities.
You know I can't do that.
Right.
It's his German
I can't
accent.
fuck, so I have to blow everything up.
And
Which
What
I
is
guess
it? She like
is
made
kind
fun
of a
of him,
Dr.
and he was like, "That
Strangelove
was a low
reference.
blow."
I don't know.
Yeah.
So
Another
then
Kubrick.
she runs into the bulk face first into his crotch, but she's blindfolded. And there's a whole sequence where she's like, "Oh my God, you have gotten so big." And she's like grabbing his dick, but you don't see any of it. And then she takes her mask off, sees that it's the bulk. I think he steps on her. I don't remember.
Oh, she never found his dick, I guess.
No, she was touching it.
Yeah, she was grabbing it.
She was saying it's
You
much
think?
bigger than I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, she was like, "You've grown."
She doesn't even realize.
She tries to suck his dick, I think, but she never
Yes.
finds it. You never see his
She
dick throughout
does.
this whole thing, so.
She reaches into his void.
Spoiler alert, she's an idiot.
Then Kontlov shows up.
German accent, though.
No.
Kontlov shows up. Oh, because Kontlov is trying to blow up the moon.
Oh God, I forgot
Oh
about that.
yeah,
whole
this is
plot.
because he blew up everything on Earth. Now he's
Yeah.
gonna blow up the moon.
Yeah,
trying to
so
blow
I
up
guess
the
the
moon.
army guy got wind of that and hired the bulk to stop him from blowing up the moon. Which who would even care? I don't know.
Yeah. Oh no,
blow
we're
the
gonna
moon.
lose
Oh,
the
God.
ocean tides.
Who gives a shit?
Oh yeah, what happened? What was the spaceship on the moon though? There was a spaceship.
Oh,
that
God.
landed
It was
on
the
moon.
That's when
Saturn
we have to
V, and I'm very
yeah.
upset about it.
When you stop.
No, it was
when
like the yellow submarine one. Remember?
Oh, I think I missed that. I was so
Yeah,
offended.
the movie stops once this moon plot gets going and does the song from 2001, which we decided was Strauss, or I can't remember.
No, it's Thus Spock Zarathustra. Right?
There you go.
Well, that's the. It was Blue Danube
Oh well, yeah, it was
others.
also Blue Danube.
Well, whatever it is, there's a literal bone that's doing the bone cut, which is a very famous edit. But it's just a flying bone next to a monkey that's in space, and then for you watch this like a similar sequence, but without any context or any of the art. It's just CG, like pieces of spaceship or satellite or mission, whatever, International Space Station going in and fucking each other.
Yeah.
For about the same amount of time from 2001: A Space Odyssey, but it has none of the
elegance.
Yeah, the movie wasn't quite an hour yet, so they had to fill it up with some time.
This movie's about an hour and 18 minutes, so they were rough.
And just if you're curious, if you haven't seen any clips of this movie, it's not just CGI. Oh man, it's not just green screen or just CGI. It's Jimmy Neutron animated people that just exist. Like, remember the golfer
not just
who's
people.
just
Oh yeah,
behind him.
No,
well, the first one
I feel like that
introduced
came
is
from
this
a
dog,
video game,
right?
There's a pug. There's a monkey randomly in Kontlov's thing, just dancing with a banana, but they made no mind to it.
No, it was a missile. He was playing it with a missile.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, not a banana. And then Beethoven is on a screen.
Oh yeah.
Beethoven.
So this movie is what plays when you go to your local bowling alley and bowl a 300. They play this on the monitor.
Yes, they could just play
that
this
is
movie.
it.
Yeah, it's bowling alley level animations.
This movie is not a bold 300 though.
No.
Dear God.
Oh my God! It really is just a repetitious bowling alley.
All those
graphics.
animations were just looping animations.
Yes,
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. So he ends up killing Kontlov and Lolita, and then he leaves, and the army is trying to kill him, and then he's running through every piece of clip art they could find on Digital Juice.
It is
including
very much...
but not limited to a leprechaun,
a golfer. That was one from
golfer.
I know we're not supposed to say the word supercut, but this is the episode where it would be
they
really
do it
great.
for you,
but let's not. Yeah, they do it for you.
It's
if you just
the
watch
whole
the movie,
scene.
it's there.
You have Robin Island. I'm like, what's happening? Did they just find everything?
What happened to the Nick Cage troll?
Why are they in the desert? What? This is the opening to UHF. This is what this is.
I think he's running all the way back to America.
Yeah. He's got to. Oh, he's fast now.
Nitro.
How big are these screens?
Sure.
If Joey couldn't do a supercut of the Tivas last week, then this one doesn't.
Well,
deserve
Joey
it.
didn't edit last week's episode, Justin.
Yeah, what you say?
So you want to come? You want to come at me? You better come correct. All right.
No,
you better come for me.
The
original.
Come original, you got to come original.
All right.
Regardless, it's very much like Ang Lee's Hulk, where he's running through the desert, and it starts with him running through the desert, and then quickly devolves into him running through every fucking imaginable Turbo Squid animation that you can think of. It is something to see. There are two parts of this film that are worth the price of admission, I'll say, and this is one of them.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can't fully describe it.
if you haven't watched Ang Lee's Hulk, watch this instead. It's a better film.
Yes.
Fucking
then
no.
he dies somehow. He's buried.
Well, that's the nuclear bomb, yes?
No, because he survives that.
He survives that.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, no. Okay, yeah. Well, that's how that scene ends with. He gets bombed, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
With a nuclear bomb
and the dad
by
has to
Kontlov?
console her.
No,
Who
it's
bombed
by Army Day.
Is an honorary B a Gecko using a laptop in the desert? Like, what?
We're gonna do Doctor Strange stuff now. Great.
Yeah, this is all
any sense. They're having way too much fun with
20
this.
minutes. Is that...
Oh, he got him.
Oh yeah.
Good job, soldier.
Good job, soldier. Wow.
Yep, we did it.
Oh, no, I bet you.
Is that an
absorbed
angel with
nuclear
a 5
radiation.
o'clock shadow? Oh, okay, so he
Army
kills
Dad.
Kontlove.
Yes.
General
Yes.
Daddy.
Can't
And
believe
General
we're
Daddy
still
takes him out
explaining
with a nuclear bomb. This is
Yes.
how this always
Well,
goes.
no, that's not.
Nuclear. Say it right.
Nuclear.
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 It's a nuclear bomb.
No, I'm kidding.
I did
We're
say
from
nuclear,
Texas.
Anyway,
but
it's a
I'm going to say
nuclear bomb.
nuclear.
George W. Bush.
Nuclear.
This
Or
was
everyone-
Not, this was
everyone
not
in
when we
Texas
saw the
until-
the tombstone of him. That
No,
comes
right,
later.
I'm
he
not
died,
saying that
actually.
part.
What
Oh,
would you like on
yeah,
your
whoa, whoa, whoa.
tombstone?
Oh, I remember those
Pepperoni,
commercials.
just maybe some broccoli, maybe some 9mm bullets.
Pepperoni.
So
I put a
he-
9mm bullet on your pizza.
how does he?
him and General
about
Daddy
the
get in a fight
45?
and they both fall off a building.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He
Just
goes to see the
fall.
daughter and he's like, "Let's get married." And she's like, "Sure." And he's like, "Hey, but also your dad's an asshole." And then he bursts in the room with this fucking like salmon polo or orange polo,
Yeah,
whatever the
oh,
fuck.
man.
Polo and
They
pleated
wrestle
khakis.
around and then they fall off of his like Princess Peach castle and to their death. We're getting married and your dad is a fucking psycho.
But he was
And
in an
I turned
army
it-
outfit when he told me you were dead.
Oh,
I'm in my evening polo shirt.
It feels more
Pinball
realistic.
machine?
Like in a fucking laser tag arena.
What is this room?
The pinball machine.
Oh, another movie where they all die.
He's still wearing the hat though, right? Like he's in his polo and army hat.
he's always got his army hat
I
on.
think so.
He's like one of those senile guys that's just sitting outside with the army hat on. Never been to war, just sort of out there.
He's like what's his name? The principal in Back to the Future 2, whenever he comes out with all the ammo and the shotgun.
Oh,
Get off my yard.
yeah. God. Yeah, but then the bulk is or the guy dies, not the bulk. Hank. Yeah, I guess his name is Hank.
Yeah.
Then
Hank
the
Hughes.
woman walks with just her ankles going up and down through the cemetery to see her dead fiance. I didn't really make note of when he was born. Did it say 81? God.
82.
82 to
82,
2011.
wow. So these people are presumably are close to our age. Within a few years or a year or the exact year.
They make better movies than us, for sure.
But yeah, of course, she's looking at the gravestone, the epitaph, and it's written in a very common word font, which is I found hilarious. And then the bulk bursts out of the ground and punches somebody.
Because
Oh, wait.
Krang shows
Yeah,
back
Krang
up
is
and
back.
he's drunk. And he's like, yeah, glad to see that you're
Krang,
dead.
the cop who wanted to kill him for killing
Yeah.
Tuttle, Lisa Tuttle
Yeah.
earlier.
And
The
he's like,
cheeky
oh, do you
Law
like
and Order
liquor?
detective.
Oh, he was just
Right.
drunk. He was still alive. He didn't die and like get resurrected.
Yeah.
No, yeah,
she
he was
she
drunk.
put flowers on
He's
his grave.
pissing
He put
on her
his-
grave.
Yeah. He put
or
his
is he
flask
jacking
on her grave.
off?
Yeah.
He's pissing on
No,
his
he's
grave,
pissing on
and then that's
his
when
grave.
the bulk comes up.
The
and
bulk
punches
comes
him
down
on
and
the head.
punches him in the head with two
Yeah.
painted
Yeah.
purple
Bonk.
Hulk
Yeah.
The end.
toy gloves.
And cut.
And
cut
credits.
the
Credits.
end.
We
Holy
did it.
But what does
crap.
he say? What's his last
We made
line?
it
He
through
says
that.
like, "Drink this" or something like. That.
Yeah, he's
Ugh.
like, because he's
I
like,
don't
oh, do you
know.
like liquor? And he's pouring his flask out. He's like, well, then how
Yeah.
about this? And then he whips his dick out and starts pissing.
Yeah.
And then Bulk resurrects from behind his headstone, which makes sense for grave plots.
Oh, is he gonna?
He's gonna piss on the grave. Dude, he's
No, he's
coming
gonna-
out of that grave.
Yeah,
He's
he's gonna
coming out of
grab
that
his
grave
dick.
purple.
Uh-oh.
He's gonna
Oh,
grab
man.
his dick.
Oh shit,
Behind
he's
the grave?
coming out.
And then
Mhm.
punches him in the head.
Yeah, he definitely.
Yay, we've
Yay.
explained it.
I think our explanation was longer than the actual movie.
Yeah,
Almost
so
certainly.
No,
it was on par.
but pretty close.
So does anybody have 1, 2, 3 favorite parts?
My favorite part was the initial establishing shot of the buildings. And when I put two and two together, that this movie was going to be poorly animated.
The discovery of this being a poorly animated piece of shit film.
Because I really, honestly, at first
part.
I was like, well, they're going to start out with this establishing shot. And I was like, I should write this down as my favorite part. And then the whole movie was animated like that. And so I was just like, never mind. And so instead I wrote my favorite part was when Adam
You're like,
says,
dumb animation. Great.
My favorite part was when Adam says, I do like raspberries.
That was just reference to the beer I was drinking early on.
Yeah, but that wasn't creepy. What was creepy was how Adam has this.
Did you like any parts of the movie?
Oh, no, I absolutely love the whole thing.
Oh, wow. The whole thing.
Yeah.
The whole thing is
He
your
already
favorite
said
thing.
it. He wrote down dumb animation. I love it.
The whole thing is a very, very,
Yeah, we already saw
very
your
dumb
notes.
animation.
Yeah, you saw
I got a few favorites.
There-
I
there's
feel
not
like
one
one of them is going to be one of yours, Adam, so I'm going to skip it.
No, go ahead.
Are you sure? The scene in the prison where they both had the same background.
And
It's an
why is he
Sink
there?
is huge.
An experiment gone
Is
crazy.
it a sink or a
Watch it come back.
bathtub?
Watch it come back
You are
to him,
sick
hopefully.
Son of a bitch.
I think there was a blank
just
frame
add
too.
They just add that thing.
Wait, is that a sink or a picture?
Oh, that was good.
And they were arguing, except one of them had a gate on it, but they literally weren't changing the shots. And then in one of the cuts, they had a missing frame between the two actors, so it was literally just the background for like one brief frame.
I think it was me that was freaking
Yeah.
out about that, not
That
Adam.
was Joey.
Was
Yeah.
it? Oh, okay.
We're all the
Everybody
same to
gets
you.
the two of us confused all the time. It's fine.
I have face blindness.
Okay.
Clearly.
Did you have any other favorite parts?
Yeah,
Justin?
when the rat died, the first rat,
Yeah.
and he
He's
literally
disintegrated.
just turned into one giant bone, one big dog bone.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And then the third one, I love the entire. I love the dad. Daddy General Daddy is my favorite character of this movie. But
Same.
the whole introduction scene of him with the finding the dust and all the way through to them walking a fucking mile downstairs in his secret cellar warehouse. I don't know. He had millions of bottles of wine. It was
Yellowtail.
Opened Yellowtail.
That's what he went with.
Half drink Yellowtail.
Yeah, it was already
Yellowtail.
popped too. The cork was
It's
already popped.
opened.
That the dad / general was hands down the worst green screen walker.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, because he tried to be real subtle with it, and he just sort of
It looked weird.
And
He
then they
was
would
like
stop. Yeah, they'd stop the background before the actors were ready to stop play walking. So like the background just, and then they'd go, "Oh wait, I got something else."
Oh yeah, and the speed never
so
aligned.
weird.
It was just like a very abrupt.
Never did.
stop.
Yeah.
Making movies is hard, y'all. JD, did you have any favorite parts?
Man, I got so many favorite parts. I can't even count them, but I'll just name a couple of favorite things. My favorite things. The backseat of every car in this movie is a couch.
Yep.
Which is really fun. And sometimes the people are sitting right next to each other as if there's no console in the car. The police siren is upside down. There's a bunch of weird shit.
It was.
like
It
all
was
this
upside
animated
down.
shit.
That's,
It was
it was
upside
hand drawn too, and it was still somehow upside down.
I love that when we see the golf guy, like I can't tell you how I can't tell you how dumb that was, because like it's first there's these fake dog, but he's behaving like a dog, fake monkey, but like okay, he has an evil TV station set up, so like maybe there's a monkey in there, but then there's just a guy playing golf, and then our protagonist walks through the frame, and then he makes like a hole in one. He makes he scores his ball. I don't know. It's just so fucking stupid. God, I mean, what else? There was the Noid was in this movie for a brief
I
moment.
know that was.
Was there a Noid?
The Noid was in it?
was in it. Yeah.
Yeah,
This is like that episode of Gumby where they come in and out of the fairy tale books and they chase each other through the.
What?
Wow. That's amazing.
This is pre Rick and Morty, by the way. I want to say maybe they figured it out beforehand.
I just love the fact that Justin remembers specific Gumby episodes.
Yeah, I'm like,
we aged ourselves, but you've aged yourself like another 30 years.
I thought that was like a really well-known one. All right.
What it is now?
I know Gumby.
Deep Gumby cut, I guess, guys.
I watched a lot of Nick Jr.
Oh yeah,
That was like late on Nick
Stay up late
Jr.'s.
to watch Green Acres on Nick.
Well, that's Nick at
Oh,
Night.
it's the
This
place
is a
to
little
be.
Different thing.
That's the midnight spot. That was
Farm
super
living
high.
is the life for me.
I knew Adam.
Nerds.
Burn out, down, down, down.
Yeah.
See, they should have played that music in this too. I mean,
So real quick, Apocalypse, I know you've got to get going. Do you want to give your rating real quick before the rest of us go into our favorite parts and B's and all that stuff?
I'm gonna go. I would go with. I'll go with a 4.
Okay.
I'm gonna give 4 bags of trash because, and I want to go 3.75.
I know you do.
I want
you
to.
do.
You always want those
because
in between.
there's not enough bulk. There's just
You don't throw your trash out before you fill it all the way.
But the truth is, yes, that's true. But what I mean is like 4 bags, and then one was dug through by some raccoons.
the stenographer noted the quarterback, but we're gonna keep it at 4, right?
It was fun. I think that the trailer led me to believe it was going to be a lot more bulk.
You watched the trailer to this?
Yeah, what the hell, man? We're not supposed to do that.
I've been wanting to watch this movie for a long time.
Oh, I thought I thought that's when you left and then watched the trailer and came back.
No, I've actually
watch the
watched
trailer
this
and
movie
came back.
or I watched
Yeah.
this. I saw it advertised a long time ago, and I thought it was amazing looking. And it's like watching a Brain movie where I have to I don't know. I want to give it 5. Part of me wants to give it 5. Part of me is like, yeah, but it's not perfect. It's not perfect trash, but it is almost perfect trash. Because I
Almost
guarantee you,
perfect trash.
if I put this movie on for my family and was like, let's watch this good movie, they would turn it off in a heartbeat. And that tells me I'm on the right track.
Yeah.
Wait, Apocalypse, you mean that they turn it off during the company
intro shot.
credits? You mean the Universal?
Oh yeah,
Paramount. They did.
My
think they did
family's tolerant.
20th
They would
Century
get
Fox.
past that, but shortly after the initial establishing shots, it would be turned off. There would be no. This is a good movie, Mike. We'll entertain it. No, they know a bad movie when they see it, and this fits the bill. So I'm going to go 4.
All right. 4 bags from
4
Apocalypse.
bags.
Well, I know you got to get going, so I appreciate you joining us, and we'll see you next week. Okay, so back to the favorite parts. Joey, did you have any that haven't already been mentioned?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like we've mentioned a lot of them, but the chase scene is a must-see.
Yes.
The completely absurd bad shit running away scene towards the end is a must-see. We've kind of touched on those. Some other little things. The bomb sounds. Yeah, I just love those little sounds so much. The line, "I'm gonna rip off your ears."
Yes,
that was great.
That's a great one.
Kant love, just generally, we were like, he's some sort of mix of I said Cesar Romero, Peter Gallagher, Paul Bearer, and then of course Peter Sellers doing Doctor Strangelove.
Yeah, Tim Curry too.
Tim Curry's in there.
Like his first appearance.
This guy, this guy's kind of going for it. He's perhaps one of my favorite things in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a good look to him.
And he's German.
Oozing.
I got a couple other things, but go ahead, Adam, with yours.
Yeah, mine are fairly quick. So generally, JD, you kind of mentioned the car stuff, but the thing that I really like about the cars that you didn't mention yet is like they're in these cars and the driver is always just sitting there with their hands just politely in their laps, like little good boys. Like that's not how you drive a car.
Animation will be
Yeah.
choosing.
We're not going to be up here. We're going to be down here. We're just going to.
Well, there's like cars work.
Isn't there a famous like filter right now? It's like someone driving really fast, and it's this kind of animation. That's that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
Oh, like a Snapchat thing or something.
Some kind of Snapchat thing. Yeah.
Another good one is during that shootout sequence with the cops, like the chase shootout sequence. So there's several times where he is destroying a minivan in some capacity. But what's funny is it's the same exact van in every shot, but they were like, well, we can't just reuse the same van, so they just put a color filter on it. So they're like, okay, in this shot it's the normal color, in this one the whole thing is yellow, and this one the whole thing is green, and this one it's all blue. It's pretty fucking.
We can't be bothered to Photoshop any other cars out of a still picture anywhere from the internet.
And just to be clear, it's not like they changed the color of the car. They just highlighted the car image with a different color.
Yes. So the windows are also yellow or green.
Right, it's like an orange.
It's very bad. They went to the HSL filter and cranked it all the way to one color. Another one is later on when General Daddy is commanding the fighter pilot who's just a fucking accountant.
Yeah.
I forgot the guy controlling the nuclear bomb.
He looks like Rob Riggle after a long coke bender.
Yes. Just looks like your very average accountant. And he's like,
whoever gave them the most money on their crowdfunding campaign, that's who it was.
He clicks the thing, nuclear bomb falls on the bulk, he dies, and then he's like, mission accomplished, or like, just did it. Or
right into camera, he's like, mission accomplished.
Does he say mission accomplished?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
I think so. He leans in.
It's a very
like
Bush
Mike
era.
did.
Yeah.
But there's also a good shot. I don't remember if it's him or if it's the helicopter pilot that drops the bulk off. I think it's the fighter pilot though. But it comes in on his chest and it pans over and he has a patch on his chest. It's like U.S. Air Force on one side, and then the other side it says, "We kill for peace." And that was very funny.
Mike, where
Adam?
What?
Huh?
Justin?
You're just saying Mike for no reason?
No, Mike was
microphone.
Who's Mike?
Is your mic okay?
I apologize. Who is Apocalypse? Our friend Apocalypse loved that scene, and I think he forgot to mention that he loved that scene.
And then also during the escape sequence, there is a quick sequence where there is a gecko on a laptop.
I am a gecko. I am a gecko.
And he's deleting it.
He's deleting it?
He's highlighting it to make it bigger.
It's typing out over and over, I am a gecko. I am a gecko.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, as this purple oaf just frolics through the desert, like
Right,
it's
he's just
all
running
through
around.
That, like,
It's just
I am a gecko. I am a gecko.
and then he highlights it all as if he's like, no good, like he's gonna delete it.
Everyone is so high that made this.
That's all I got for favorite parts.
Yeah, I was gonna add real bulk hands when they showed up. It made me happy.
Yes,
it was like, or no, not real, but yeah, they're like these purple painted hands when they give up on the animation to do a hand shot.
Yeah.
One of them's just
don't mix
painted.
practical with
It's like they didn't have they had one monster glove for each hand, but they were different. They were different.
One is the very popular Hulk action
Somehow ended up
toy.
with one of each.
Yeah, one's a closed fist, and one is like a weird, like and deflated, like pool toy of a hand.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, the
like
uncanny valley of this
rubber-
movie is unlike anything you've
It's
ever
pretty
seen.
believable.
And the one shot of the guy who's clearly the bald cop doused in purple goo or paint. Grabbing the
It was just like his
grab
back.
the
and it just-
helicopter. It was his backstory.
God damn it.
Yeah.
It was the Bulk's backstory in that one shot. Oh, let's move on to the
Small was
bees.
his back.
Okay, so for the bees, I don't have many for this. So if y'all have
Really?
any extras, I have obviously Bulk. We have a blonde bimbo, which is Lolita. We have Beethoven. We have literal bags of trash in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
We have a Bulk butt. We have blue lights in Michael Mann's Cold. We have Bumblebee, which is a name that Lolita calls Kontlove. And we have Bronco Henry, which was one of the CGI characters later in the movie. And that's all I have. So
Well, we also have blood. Obviously, CGI blood. We have bones, or a bone floating through space.
Yeah.
We got bombs. Bats.
Oh, yeah.
There were random bats when he gets dropped out of the helicopter. There's a Indiana Jones style boulder.
Yes.
ooh, that's a good one.
The scene where the blinded Lolita is walking around is filled with boxes.
And a
they're
blindfold.
And a blindfold, yeah. And then we get to the scene where everything's just going chaotic. There's like a barn and a baron, red. There's balls, soccer. And there's bicycles. I think that's about it. Oh, I have some honorary ones, which are, hold on, a monkey. I think should be an honorary one. I haven't seen that in a while. Choppers, obviously.
Chopper. Yeah.
And then a tank. Tanks. are
Oh yeah,
honorary Bs.
and we did have a pool.
Oh, there was a pool, yeah,
We
with
did have a
fucking
pool.
weird ass water.
Yeah,
Did y'all say blasts?
we did not say blasts, but that's
Blasts,
good.
bombs.
Could you say bits for all of the pixelated bullshit?
Yeah.
Like,
8-bit.
Lots of various bits. I don't know.
Bits and bytes.
Yeah.
Bits and bytes.
Got bod. I mean, they all kind of go along with
Yeah.
bulk.
I don't
bod back.
We had beakers. Beakers in the lab.
Oh yeah, there's some beakers.
Yeah.
Bones. I think we said that already.
Yeah, we got bones. All right, so let's move into the ratings. JD, since you kind of took a stab at the description of the plot, why don't you lead us off?
5 stars.
Wow.
5 stars.
Yeah.
Stars. How many bags though?
Bags though.
Oh, I'm sorry. No stars. 5 bags. Yeah, 5 bags.
5 big old
gold
bags
stars.
of trash.
5. No breens, just 5 bags.
Wow.
It's super fun, guy. I mean, just beginning to end, there's not like a slow part. It's just real bad throughout. I mean, there's a part he's basically, I mean, there's a whole section of him just being like, I want to marry your daughter. And he's like, you'll not do such a thing until you figure out the experiment. And then they go to a fair and she gets distracted by a roller coaster, which is obviously right there. And then they take a subway to his car. And then, I mean, it's just so ridiculously stupid, but I loved every second of it.
All right.
Yeah.
5 bags from JD. Joey, how are you feeling?
I think I'm gonna go 4 bags of trash along with Apocalypse. I actually had 4 bags of trash that I paid a gentleman to haul off today that were filled with land waste, like dirt. They were very, very heavy. I could barely lift them myself. We had to tag team them each. 4 bags of dirt that were just really filled with rocks and dirt and a lot of roots. So it's some pretty full bags, but it's 4.
Okay.
Is it considered littering if you dump land waste somewhere else on the land?
I don't know.
I know you're not supposed to do it, but I don't know. Actually,
it's just
I
kind
thought
of
you meant
obnoxious.
materials.
You're just moving the ground to another part
it.
of the ground.
I guess I don't know where they take it. Is there like a dirt facility? I don't know.
They probably sell it to other people who need dirt.
Well, I threw a bunch of other stuff in there too, so
yeah,
have fun with that, I guess. Some aerosol cans and some propane tanks that I didn't need.
Justin, how are you feeling?
I'm gonna give this a 5.
Wow!
Hell yeah!
Wow.
Hell yeah! Yes, the JP and the JD of the same mind. All right.
Do you like?
I didn't have a good ending for that.
China.
Yeah, I was just gonna let you like back yourself out of it.
Yeah, I felt that.
Oh my god! Like, yeah, this was. I'm not giving any brains again, but like this was Breen level absurdity and fun. Literally every new scene that would start, at least one of us, if not more, would just be like, "What the fuck?" Literally every scene. What the fuck is happening? And it just like we laughed so much. All of us, like there were so many times throughout this movie that we were all just fucking dying laughing. And I was on the fence early because it really didn't feel like a genuine effort. Like it felt like, I know you mentioned in was that Wikipedia you're reading, Adam?
Yeah.
But that he retroactively decided that it was a parody. So when I heard that, like that immediately in my mind, I was like, okay, it's a 5, because this movie was made with genuine effort and intent to do something wonderful, whether it was just with a group of friends or not. But what they came up with and what ended up ultimately happening was beautiful and ridiculous and dumb. 5 bags.
All right, 5 bags from Justin. Yeah. So it's funny because you mentioned the like retroactively considering it a parody, and for me that actually kind of detracts from it. And like I try to practice death of the author and all that stuff, or death of the artist, but I'm like, look, you made this thing, just own it. Don't try to like repackage it as this thing, as like a parody or whatever. Like just own that you made a wacky fucking thing.
It's funny, right? Yeah,
right.
It's funny.
Sorry, I guess I misspoke. What I meant was like it. That wasn't what made it better for me. That was more finding that out told me that originally this wasn't intended to be a joke.
Right, yeah.
He's not like arguing with you about that.
I agree with you. Like I think it was made genuinely.
That.
Right, but the fact that he did say that after the fact.
This guy doesn't have the balls to just be like, fuck you, I made this movie, I thought it was good.
Right.
He's
like, I made this movie, I thought it was fun, I thought it was great, and if you think it's a parody, that's on you, but like, I think it's fucking great.
Yeah.
But does that mean he found out that he wanted to make a parody like right when he started adding the leprechauns and the, golf people?
I don't know. It means that Tommy Wiseau'd it. He decided to start showing it, and then saw that people thought it was hilarious. And was probably really upset at first, and then decided to lean into the joke because people loved it.
As someone who's gone into like these turbo squid things and done some of this stuff, like trying to make stuff look good, you can quickly get kind of lost in how fun it can be. So I think he just like was like, this is really fun. I mean, like you know how when you're editing something and it's really fun.
Yeah,
I think he just like lost control and was like, everything, all this stuff is so great. That's at least how I hope it went down. I hope it wasn't like, this will be hilarious, it'll be such a trash film.
So
the
thing
because
that
he
I
would cut
wrote
from like both of the detectives running and then just one detective's running, and then he would just keep adding as many shots as he had of that.
Oh, God,
the thing that I wrote down is like when I think about this guy looking at Digital Juice and Turbo Squid and other things that were not listed in the Wikipedia, like this person made Everything Everywhere All at Once just 10 years earlier.
And that's the only difference.
Yeah,
just a decade.
It's definitely a multiverse.
Otherwise, this is the Daniels.
Yeah.
It's so a bit of a stretch, but keep going.
Hopefully you'll listen to this, Daniels. We'll tag you in this episode.
We'll tag the Daniels in this. By the way, I love your work. No, it's great. I just wish that they had the balls to stick with it and just say like, no, this is what I made. Like, don't try to whatever. So anyway, 4 bags for me. Four
3
bags.
4s and 2 5s.
Yeah.
2 5s from our people, or at least JP, who generally is hard on things.
So is Apocalypse.
I was pretty
so
hard
is
on this
Apocalypse
one.
is too. Yeah, and he gave it a 4.
Yeah.
I think my biggest thing is just that first hour, which is, sort of positive and negative at the same time, just because it's like the intro of the scene, and then we spend like it feels like 45 minutes just getting back to that scene, which that's a thing movies do, but this one just takes a long time. Takes a lot of time, and then
we didn't need it. Really,
we know what it is.
It was
because you're
basically
doing
most of the movie.
Yeah, you're doing Hulk. Like, we know you don't need to like do this much back.
Well, I think based on the backstory that Adam gave us on the production, he didn't know he was doing Hulk until he realized he was doing Hulk.
What?
Didn't he went into this trying to do Spider-Man, right? And he ended up making Hulk.
I thought that was
he was trying to do Spider-Man, and then he made it into Hulk before they started filming.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't think
okay.
So
he was making. I don't think he put that purple beast on screen and was like, "That's Spider-Man."
No.
That's like Rhino, like it's fine.
It's easy to change the CGI.
I mean, that would be fucking great.
You just put on
if
different
he did.
clip art.
It's really good.
Well, and it's like but it doesn't give you any new information when they go back to that scene. It's like we've already seen that the purple guy was there. We already know the purple guy is that guy, and then they just show that guy walking down the alley, and it's like, we know.
I think this movie just lacks a little bit of something to say, which makes me think I would have rated Ben and Arthur just a tad bit higher, because it did actually have a lot to say, whereas this movie doesn't really have like any. It's just like I just really like. I like.
Adam's gonna have nightmares now.
No, I love it. I love it.
Well, no, JP just got our episode flagged now.
Singing
that little piece.
I'm not fucking putting that song in again. But no, it clearly they just like Kubrick and they like comic book movies, which I appreciate. But I don't.
I respect the hell out of that. Like,
and the way they went about this was insane, and I appreciate that. But like a good Breen, State Farm is there.
State Farm is there.
So that is That is 4.4 bags of trash out of 5 from
very high
Trash Movie Kings. That is The Amazing Bulk. 2012. I am your host, Adam Edwards. Joining me this week, Joseph Graham, Justin Petty, JD Karpicki, and the late Apocalypse Howl. Thank you all for giving up your Thursday nights. Yeah,
Rip a fucking Ronnie.
Late.
He's dead.
No, he's dead. Ripperoni. Thank you all for giving up your Thursday nights, Friday mornings. Follow us on Trash Movie Kings on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, all that stuff. Catch us at Comicpalooza, July 15th through the 17th. And rate us 5 stars on Spotify, all that good shit. And we will see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Give your daddy our best.
Recording stop.